Horsehead Rock Productions. I'm Jake. This is Kurt, and we are making our way back from the Sandsport Super Show out of California.
On a really long, boring road.
Seriously. The scenery hasn't changed in a couple hundred miles.
We've been driving for like 7 days, I think. But at any rate, we wanted to give a shout out while we had a minute. We were talking about it. We want to give a shout out to all you badasses on Portal Nation. Portal Nation started as a group to help other people, where people wouldn't get bashed on there. Everybody enters into this industry, and you have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Portal cars can be a little complicated to build. To do it right, there's a lot of questions, and when people are thinking about buying a Portal car or building one, there's a lot of questions that come to mind, and we felt like when people personal message us, it seems like they're almost embarrassed to ask silly questions.
Right.
But there is no silly question. It's like everybody starts somewhere. Everybody's got a different expertise level. But for us, Portal Nation is such a cool group because everybody is so helpful on there.
Yeah, everybody gets involved. Everybody's offering good knowledge, good feedback, commenting. It's really a group that thrives on good information and helping each other out.
Right, and a lot of times there isn't a single answer for a question. Some people ask a question and you just can't answer it with a certain part or a certain technique or something, because it is a big world out there. We've ridden all over this country with a lot of you guys out there, a lot of different terrain, and people build cars differently in different areas. We build cars differently than mud guys do. And if we were in the Midwest, we'd build them a little differently than what we do for out here. There's a lot of different techniques, so we have tried.
And we're not going to get into the fact that we build better cars than most. And we're not going to dive into that. We're going to just let that go.
Right. Humility goes a long way on the internet, because there's very little of that.
Shots fired.
Right. But it's like if we set our cars up in a certain way because we really like rock climbing.
Yep.
We doing that. We do a lot of mountain riding. We set those cars up in a certain way. Mud cars you set up in a certain way. And so the thing that's really cool about Portal Nation that I've noticed over a long time, we log on there a lot. Obviously, we try to keep an eye on what's going on. We try to answer everything we can. But it's so funny, people ask a question on there, we'll get in there, they're 15 answers deep, and a lot of those things are almost verbatim what we would say.
Yeah.
So for all you guys that are being really cool and being helpful, we really appreciate that. It's super awesome.
Most definitely.
The biggest pet peeve I have with the internet is everybody's got an opinion, and so they can speak loud, but they don't listen. And we don't like fanboys. And when you reach out to us for advice, we're not going to tell you a company to go with. We're going to ask you questions. We're going to figure out what your budget is, your riding style, your car. There is no, hands down this shit. If anybody knows me, the hands down thing pisses me off to no end. It's like, this company hands down because your buddy works there, or you've had one great experience, whatever. If you haven't ran everything, you don't get to do that stuff. It just doesn't work,
And I think Kurt's actually going to start implementing a public flogging platform to anybody who uses the phrase hands down this company or hands down this. So just beware.
It's the biggest pet peeve I have in this industry on the internet. It's like people ask a question, hey, what radio rods are somebody hands down this company? Have you ran them all? Do you know that? Or does your buddy work there?
Right.
Or you're a fanboy, whatever. Look, we're fanboys of a whole bunch of companies out there, but we don't do that stuff either.
Right.
It's like not one part works for everything.
Exactly.
It's just super annoying to me.
Yeah. Too many variations and everybody's budget. So many different scenarios come into play when suggesting parts. You got to know all the details to be able to make the right suggestion, and then at the most time, it's even offering several companies that would fit that scenario.
Well, the thing is like we're fanboys for tons of companies. There's a lot of parts out there. If you were to ask me what my favorite radius rods are, if we go back to that, I got 7 or 8 companies I really like the radius rods.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick on one more than the other because we have buddies that work there. We have lots of them that sponsor us. But ultimately, where do you live? What's your budget? How do you ride? What fits aesthetically? What you want? As long as they are tough and they're good quality and they're not price gouging, we're down for anything.
Yep.
But anyway, that shit drives me insane. But we don't see a lot of that stuff here, and once again, we just want to tell all you guys out there that we really appreciate what you guys stand for, what this page means to us. It's super cool to watch everybody helping everybody, and for us, us. That's what this is about. And thank you all. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. And you helped us by the time. We just passed into Arizona, so time's flying now. So,
Great. Yeah, that's warp mode right there.
Right.
So,
all right.
you guys have a great day. Thanks for all your help, and reach out if you need anything. Thanks, guys.